Come with me, if you will, on a gentle journey. Let us leave the ground behind and ascend into the soft morning air. Below us, a remarkable landscape begins to unfold. This is Yibin, a city nestled deep within China's Sichuan province. From this vantage point, high above the earth, the world takes on a different perspective. The hustle and bustle of daily life fade into a quiet hum. What we see instead is a place of serene beauty, a city cradled by nature's embrace. The air is clear, the light is gentle, and a sense of profound peace settles upon us as we begin our flight, floating like a leaf on an updraft, ready to discover the secrets of this ancient and tranquil place. As we drift higher, the city reveals its true character. It is not a sprawling metropolis of sharp angles and endless concrete. Rather, it appears as a gentle settlement, woven into the very fabric of the land. We can see the soft curves of rivers, the rolling shoulders of green hills, and patches of urban life that seem to respect the natural contours around them. It is a city that breathes. The winds that carry us are tinged with the scent of damp earth and fresh vegetation. Here, one gets the immediate sense that humanity has not conquered nature, but has instead learned to live alongside it, in a delicate and long-standing partnership. Our journey today is not one of speed or excitement, but of quiet observation and gentle discovery. The first thing one notices from this height is the light. It is a special kind of light, filtered through the ever-present moisture in the air, giving everything a soft, almost dreamlike quality. It catches the tiled roofs, making them glisten like the scales of a sleeping dragon. Now let us turn our attention to the most defining feature of Yibin, its very lifeblood. Look there, where two mighty waterways converge. This is a truly momentous meeting. From the west flows the Jinsha River, its waters carrying silt and stories from the high plateaus of Tibet. From the north comes the Min River, clearer and calmer, having nourished the fertile Chengdu Plain. Here, at the heart of Yibin, they join together in a grand confluence. It is at this precise point that a new entity is born. This is the official beginning of one of the world's most legendary rivers, the Changjiang, known to the west as the Yangtze. To witness this from above is to see the birthplace of a giant. The visual spectacle of this union is quite extraordinary. The waters of the two rivers do not mix immediately. For a short distance you can see a distinct line where they flow side by side, one a turbid yellow-brown, the other a clearer, darker green. It is like watching two different worlds touch, a phenomenon the locals call the yin and yang waters. It serves as a powerful living symbol of balance and unity. This confluence is not a violent collision, but a graceful merging. It is the geographic heart of the city, and its spiritual one too. For millennia, this meeting of waters has dictated the rhythm of life for the people below, bringing with it trade, sustenance, and a deep connection to the wider world. This spot has been a hub of human activity for thousands of years. Let us now drift our gaze away from the rivers and look at the city itself, spread out like a carefully woven tapestry. It is a mosaic of colors and textures. The dominant shades are the soft gray of the city's structures and the deep, vibrant green of the surrounding nature. The two are not in opposition, they are intertwined. We see clusters of modern high-rise buildings, their glass facades reflecting the sky, but they are seldom far from a lush park or a hillside cloaked in dense foliage. The city doesn't sprawl outwards in a uniform block. It fills the spaces between the hills, following the gentle curves of the land. It is a cityscape designed by geography. The older parts of the city are particularly fascinating to observe from this height. Here, the rooftops are a sea of dark gray tiles, arranged in tight organic patterns that follow the contours of the old streets. These areas huddle close to the riverbanks, a testament to their ancient origins. They are a maze of narrow lanes and hidden courtyards, secrets we can only guess at from our aerial viewpoint. These gray clusters are like the steadfast stones in a riverbed, while the newer parts of the city are the fresh currents flowing around them. It is a living museum of architectural evolution, telling the story of a city that respects its past while embracing the future. Surrounding it all is the unmissable, ever-present green. Yibin is a city blessed with an abundance of nature. As we continue our gentle flight, Our eyes are drawn to specific structures that stand out from the urban fabric. These are the landmarks, the silent storytellers of Yibin's long and rich history. Look there, on the crest of a hill overlooking the confluence of the rivers. That is the Dagwon Pavilion, or Grand View Pavilion. For centuries, this has been the prime location for scholars, poets, and officials to gaze upon the magnificent view we are now enjoying. From our perspective, we can see why. It commands a panoramic vista of the river's meeting point and the sprawling city, a truly inspiring sight. The pavilion itself, with its elegant, multi-tiered roof and traditional architecture, is a beautiful object. It seems to grow out of the hilltop, a man-made tribute to the natural beauty it surveys. One can almost hear the echoes of history whispering on the wind around it. The sighs of poets struggling to find words for the view, the murmur of strategic conversations, the laughter of festival-goers. It is more than just a building, it is a vessel of cultural memory. Its enduring presence reminds the city's inhabitants of their deep connection to this specific place, a connection celebrated and recorded for generations. It stands as a proud guardian watching over the heart of Yibin. Our flight takes us over other, more subtle historical traces. We can spot ancient temples tucked away amongst the trees, their curved roofs just visible through the canopy. We see old city walls, or what remains of them, their stone ramparts now softened by time and overgrown with moss and ivy. These are the footnotes of Yibin's story. They speak of dynasties past, of periods of conflict and of peace, of spiritual devotion and of civic pride. Seeing them from the air allows us to appreciate their strategic placement, often on high ground or near vital waterways, revealing the logic of the ancestors who built them. Let us now drift downstream along the Yangtze, just a short distance from the main city. Below us lies a small, unassuming town nestled on the riverbank. This is Lijuang Ancient Town. From the air, it looks like a perfectly preserved piece of history. Its layout has remained largely unchanged for over 1,000 years. We can see the dense network of narrow, stone-paved alleys, the tightly packed wooden buildings with their dark, tiled roofs, and the numerous courtyards hidden from view. The entire town is oriented towards the river, with stone steps leading down to the water's edge, where boats are still moored today. It is a place that seems to exist outside of modern time. The architecture here is a marvel of traditional craftsmanship. The buildings are mostly wood and stone, constructed with an elegance and simplicity that has endured for centuries. Flying over, we can appreciate the intricate patterns of the rooftops and the harmonious way the town sits within its riverside setting. It is not a grand or monumental place, but its charm lies in its authenticity and its human scale. This was a place of everyday life, a bustling river port for trade in salt and other goods. We can almost picture the merchants and laborers of centuries past walking these very streets, their lives dictated by the rise and fall of the mighty river beside them. But Lijuang holds a more recent and profoundly important chapter in its history. During the Second World War, when much of China was in turmoil, this small, isolated town became a sanctuary for scholars, architects, and intellectuals. Several of China's most prestigious academic institutions relocated here to escape the conflict. For a few years, this quiet backwater became one of the country's most important centers of learning and culture. From our vantage point, we can see the very temples and ancestral halls that were converted into classrooms, laboratories, and libraries. It is an incredible story of resilience and the enduring power of knowledge. Now, let us guide our flight away from the urban center and towards the south. The landscape below begins to transform dramatically. The scattered hills give way to a vast, unbroken expanse of the most intense green imaginable. This is the famous Shunan Zhuhai, the bamboo sea of southern Sichuan. From our high perch, the name makes perfect sense. It is not a forest in the traditional sense. It is an ocean. The bamboo stalks, packed so densely together, create a canopy that ripples and sways in the wind just like the surface of the water. It stretches for miles in every direction, a rolling, living sea of green. There is a unique quality to the light here. It filters down through the millions of leaves, creating a soft, ethereal glow that seems to rise from the forest floor. We can see pathways and roads winding through the bamboo sea like rivers, disappearing into the green depths. Here and there, A temple roof or the corner of a small lake peeks through the canopy, like islands in this verdant ocean. The sheer scale of it is breathtaking. This is one of the oldest and largest bamboo forests in all of China, a natural wonder that has captivated visitors for centuries. It is a world unto itself, governed by the gentle rustle of leaves and the creak of swaying stalks. Bamboo is deeply woven into the culture and economy of this region. It is not just a beautiful plant, it is a resource of immense versatility. For the people of Yibin, it is a source of food, in the form of tender bamboo shoots. It is a building material, used for everything from scaffolding to furniture. And it is a raw material for crafts, including the production of high-quality paper. From our aerial view, we can imagine the communities that live on the edges of this sea, their lives intertwined with the life cycle of the bamboo. It is a perfect example of a sustainable relationship between humans and their environment. As we float silently above this incredible spectacle, a profound sense of peace descends. Let us now shift our focus to another of Yibin's green treasures, one that is cultivated with meticulous care. As we drift over the rolling hills that surround the city, we begin to see a different kind of pattern on the land. These are not wild forests, but neatly terraced plantations that follow the contours of the slopes. The bushes are arranged in precise, curving rows, creating a mesmerizing visual rhythm. This is the home of Yibin's famous tea culture. From high above, these plantations look like giant green fingerprints pressed upon the landscape, a sign of a long and patient partnership between people and plants. Yibin is renowned for its early spring teas. Due to its unique climate, mild, humid, and often overcast, the tea bushes here begin to sprout new leaves earlier than almost anywhere else in China. Even from our height, we can appreciate the lushness of these gardens. The air, if we could only smell it, would be filled with the fresh, clean fragrance of tea leaves. For centuries, growers have been tending these hillsides, passing down their knowledge from one generation to the next. The art of cultivating and processing tea is a cornerstone of the local culture, a source of both income and immense pride for the people of Yibin. The tea grown here, particularly the variety known as Yibin Quercha or early spring tea, is highly prized throughout the country. Its cultivation is a delicate dance with nature, requiring an intimate understanding of the soil, the weather, and the subtle needs of the plant. From our aerial perspective, we can see the farmhouses and processing workshops nestled amongst the terraces. Here, the freshly plucked leaves are carefully withered, rolled, and dried to lock in their flavor. It is a process that is both an art and a science, a tradition that connects the people directly to the land they inhabit. Floating above these serene and orderly landscapes, one gains a deeper appreciation for the simple cup of tea. Let us return our gaze to the great river, now flowing eastward from its birthplace at the heart of Yibin. The Yangtze is more than just a geographical feature. It is the city's primary artery, a dynamic and ever-present force. From our elevated position, we can trace its powerful course as it carves its way through the landscape. We see modern bridges spanning its width, testaments to contemporary engineering, connecting communities and facilitating the flow of modern life. These structures, like the new Lingang Yangtze River Bridge, are elegant and impressive, their clean lines contrasting with the ancient, winding path of the water below. The river is a scene of constant, yet unhurried activity. Look closely at its surface. We can see long barges laden with goods moving steadily downstream. They are the modern-day successors to the wooden merchant ships of old. They carry coal, minerals, and manufactured products, linking Yibin and the entire Sichuan province to the industrial heartlands of central China and the global ports near Shanghai. The river remains a vital commercial highway, a testament to its enduring economic importance. It is a slow, steady pulse of commerce that has beaten here for millennia and continues to this day. But the river is also a place for people. Along its banks, we can see green belts and waterfront parks stretching for miles. These are the city's communal front yards. From above, we can see tiny figures strolling along the promenades, practicing Tai Chi in the morning mist, or simply sitting on benches, watching the water flow by. The river provides a space for recreation, for contemplation, and for community. It is a shared public space that connects everyone in the city, regardless of their background. It is a source of collective identity and a place of shared peace, a gift from nature to the city's inhabitants. As we watch the endless, powerful flow of the water, it is impossible not to feel a sense of awe. This river has witnessed the rise and fall of dynasties. It has nourished millions, and it has carved the very land upon which this city is built. It is a symbol of constancy and of change. It is ancient, yet it supports the most modern of industries. It is a force of nature, yet it is intimately tied to the lives of every person below. The Yangtze is not just passing through Yibin. The river and the city are inseparable, their fates and fortunes forever intertwined in a powerful flowing dance. Our gentle journey through the skies is now drawing to a close. As we slowly descend, let us take one last panoramic look at the city of Yibin spread out beneath us. What we have seen is not just a collection of buildings, rivers, and hills. We have witnessed a relationship. It is a delicate and beautiful harmony between human endeavor and the natural world. This is perhaps Yibin's most precious quality. The city does not fight against its environment, it nestles within it. The hills are not obstacles to be leveled, but companions to be lived alongside. The rivers are not just barriers to be crossed, but lifelines to be embraced. From this final vantage point, the defining impression is one of balance. The grey of the city and the green of the landscape do not clash. They complement each other, creating a soft and pleasing mosaic. The pace of life, dictated by the slow and steady flow of the great rivers, feels calm and unhurried. There is a sense of deep-rootedness here, a feeling that this city has found its place in the world and is comfortable in its own skin. It has modern ambitions, yet it has not forgotten the ancient wisdom of living in accordance with nature's rhythms. It is a lesson in sustainable existence written on the land itself. The true beauty of Yibin, as seen from the sky, lies in this seamless integration. It is in the way a new skyscraper can stand within sight of a 1,000-year-old temple, or how a bustling street can lead directly to a tranquil bamboo forest. It is a city that offers its residents the convenience of modern life without severing their connection to the earth. This connection is visible everywhere, in the parks that follow the riverbanks, in the tea plantations that climb the hills, and in the profound respect for the natural landmarks that define the region's character. It is a city that allows its people to breathe. As the light begins to fade and the first city lights start to twinkle below, mirroring the stars above, we are left with a feeling of profound peace. Our flight over Yibin has been more than a simple tour. It has been a meditation on harmony. We have seen a city that is not just built upon the land, but is woven into it. It is a reminder that progress does not have to come at the cost of tranquility, and that a city's greatest strength can be its gentle embrace of the natural world. Here, in Yibin, the ancient dance between humanity and nature continues in beautiful, peaceful rhythm.